What's up guys, it's Sendo here. In today's video we're going to be talking about a very underrated game, which I had a lot of fun playing. The game's link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Alright, so this game is called Call of Chivalry and it's currently in alpha. It's open for anyone to play and for some bizarre reason it has no players. As you can see, it's a medieval based fighting game. The combat is very fast paced and hectic and is very enjoyable, especially if you're skilled at the game. It's based largely off the medieval games Mordhau and Chivalry. If you haven't played any of those games yet, then let me explain how the combat works in this game. Based on whether your cursor is on the left or right side of the screen, clicking will perform a swing in that direction. If your enemy also swings in that direction, then your swords will clash. Just like in Deep Woken, if you use your right click in the middle of the swing, then you can feint it and stop the swing. There isn't any button that you can hold down to block, but if you right click without swinging, then it will do a parry, which basically just pushes the enemy's sword away. There are also other variations of attacks. There's an overhead swing and a thrust move, which you can both activate by scrolling the mouse wheel up and down. I think the difference between the attacks is that the overhead attack does way more damage, but it's really slow, and the thrust attack is fast and it has a lot of range, but it does less damage. You can also kick by pressing the F key, so kicking goes through the enemy's block and it stuns them as well, but the weakness is that it does barely any damage, and if they just hit you while you're doing it, then it doesn't deflect their attack. Each time you do an action like attacking someone or blocking, it takes your energy away and you need energy to use attacks. There are also potions you can use by using number keys, and there's currently the energy potion, the fire bomb, and a smoke grenade. So you've probably seen that people have different weapons, and the reason that's the case is because you can choose classes, which each have different armor, speed, and weapons, depending on the class that you chose. They all have some obvious advantages and disadvantages, such as the archer class, that's able to shoot from long range, but it has like really bad melee capabilities. There are currently 6 classes: the halberdier, the infantry, a knight, paladin, assassin, and archer. So the game has lots of different game modes. Some examples are free-for-all, first to get a certain amount of kills, free-for-all elimination, and team deathmatch, first to a certain amount of kills. My favourite part of the game is doing team fights, because switching in and out of combat with allies is really fun, and just helping people out and getting in the middle of like multiple skirmishes at once is just such an incredible feeling. So there are multiple ways to kill your enemies. One is that if you chop off their limbs, then they'll bleed out over time. Another way you can kill your enemy is by decapitating their head. If you reduce an enemy's health to 0 without doing any of those things, then what will happen is their body will fall to the ground, and you'll have to hit them again in order to finish them off. When you finish an enemy, you'll heal back some of your health, which will allow you to like do 1v2s and 1v3s against worse players than you, if you're able to get the heals off. That is pretty much all the mechanics that I've discovered just from playing it for like half an hour. But my first impressions is that this is an incredible game. Like, I really like it. I'm often very critical of games when it deserves it, but this game, like, I really don't see anything wrong with it immediately. At least from a combat perspective, it feels really fair and skill oriented, while also balancing out a perfect amount of fun. It might not have that much content at the moment, but I feel like the developers could add more to this base game, and this would allow players to play multiple days at a time and get like some form of progression, whether that be like cosmetics or improving your weapons or armor and stuff like that. Overall, I give this game a 9 out of 10 rating. I'm really fond of it. And it kind of annoys me that games like these, which are like very well made and fun as well, it's not like it's not a fun game, it's a really fun game, they somehow have 0 players, and I had to tell people in my Discord server to join me just to fill up a server. Hopefully this video can bring awareness to this game and we can start like getting this like an active player base. I want to thank Chameleon1 in my Discord server for showing me this game. I have a feeling that I'm going to be using this game for a lot of background footage, and so I'll probably be doing game nights in my server. So if you'd like to play with me, then just join my Discord server in the description and you'll get a chance to do that. and you'll probably be in some of my YouTube videos in the future in the background. But other than that, I don't really have much to say. I mean, shout out to the developers of this game. I mean, it's a great game. I'll let this fight play out just because the way I die is kind of hilarious, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.